We are live. Bingo. Hi, guys. Today is January 10th. No, it isn't January 10th. It's June 10th. I've been thinking about January because someone mentioned it to me earlier and it kind of stuck in my head. I was like, no, it's not January, it's June. Anyway, it's June, my birthday month, but it isn't my birthday yet. So don't even think about it. It's at the end of the month. So today's the 10th, though, and some exciting things have happened. I'm going to wait till. Hey, hi, Wolfman Machine. Thank you for coming. Hi, Lulu. Hi, Arlene. Thank you. Hi, Love It. All right. Thank you. Hi, Eric from Culver City, California. All right. JV808. All right. Hi, Annie M. Happy birthday month. That's right. It is a month. That's true. And Verity. Hi. Britt. Rather been rather be in Maui. I like that. I always forget that. Silly squirrel, good. Hi Dee Dee. Hello. Blurry DOOD. All right. Love the hat. Thank you. That's my undercover CIA hat. That Scientology now it says that I'm a top secret undercover CIA agent. That's what you don't know about me. Howdy from Texas. All right, Miss Kim, and hi, Dean Griffiths. And Rhonda Cooley, hello from Northern Ireland. All right, and don't forget to like the mash button, the smash button for liking it. Yeah, don't forget that. And if you have, and hi Kyle, and if you haven't subscribed, please do that too, because I want to get my subscriptions really rocking now. Good morning from the UK. Hi, Emma Robson. That's cool. Enjoy the UK and Ireland. Ooh. Hi, Rena. Okay. How was your visit with your son? Wonderful. I had a great time. He and I always have a really good time. He's very smart. Wait, I'm gonna get some hair out of my eyes. I just realized I have a bunch of hair in my eyes. Um, he as well as being a really nice guy and fun, he's also really smart. And so he always educates me on things that I love hearing about, historical things and stuff like that. So we had a really great night. But thank you for asking. Hi, Good SP. How are you? I'm glad you like the hat. Thank you. And Wilbert. All right, Wilbert Blue. Hello. It's me, Jane. It's me, Jane. It's 2 a.m. All right, so you're popping in to see what's going on. All right. And today is my birthday. This is for Pyrex Pie. Happy birthday. Let's all say happy birthday to him. All right. Wilkie Hildebrand. All right. Looks stunning. Hello from the Netherlands. Ooh, enjoy the Netherlands. For questions, please preface it with question and comments for comments. That really helps because otherwise I may miss it. Uh, Lana, happy birthday. Thank you. And I think I lost you. There you are, Lana. Pyrex, yeah, happy birthday to you. And 49ers fan for life. Unfortunately, I feel like protesting movement has taken some big hits. That's what this is about. No, it hasn't taken some big hits. I want to clarify that. The lore of DOA's paranoia, schizophrenia. Good Lord. Hey, hang on there, man. um, all that happened with what's going on, I'm going to explain it to you guys because I think most of you know. But anyway, I'm going to get into it. What it is, the topic for tonight is Scientology encampment ends. Is it a failure or a success? And I've talked to quite a few people who I was surprised to see how they thought that it really was a failure. And I was like, it's not a failure. This is the first time ever that critics, never ends, and SPs have set up camp in front of the giant Scientology sign for a week, and it remained. The day it came with DOA, I thought, okay, I'll give it a day, maybe two, but that's it. So for it to last, it lasted 7 days. That's in real life time. That's like a half a year in Scientology. In OSA times, they're like every minute that was out there, they're going, get rid of it. You know what I mean? They're getting orders from people, get rid of those people. And they couldn't for a long time. 7 days is a long, long time. And it set a precedent also forever that that kind of thing can be done. I'm glad you like my hat, Miss Kim. Thank you. And Hillary said she loves my hat. Thank you. Miss Kim, it was a good trial run, right, to know what will work later. Exactly. It was like perfect. And a lot of good things happened during that time. So I want people to remember that, because my dad used to say that. He said, it isn't really whether, he was a professional football player. He's in the American Football Hall of Fame, because he was in it before they had the NFL, which is a long time ago. But I'll show you his little picture in case you haven't seen it. Somebody gave me a football card. I didn't even know he had them. There he is, Chicago Cardinals. And he played for the Green Bay Packers 1 year. But he used to say, it isn't whether you win or lose. It's how you play the game. And we were raised that way as kids, because he taught us all kinds of different sports. But, and of course, when you lose, you're like, oh, I lost. He's like, no, wait a minute. How did you play? Think of it again. How did you play that game? Was it good? Could you have done better? Did you really screw up? Thank you. Hi, Selfless Self. Good to see you. Hey, y'all. It's good to see you. Hi, Hillary Murphy. The movements all go through divisions. People, wait, I missed the rest of it. People aren't perfect. Yeah, but, it's like, that's why I've said to DOA, take a week off. You know what I mean? Like, get some rest, eat, relax. I mean, the guy's been through a lot of stress, and all the times that what did they call it? Where they don't arrest him, but they depose him, kind of thing. And anyway, he's been through a lot. So one of the things he's talking about today is dead agenting, which has to do with Scientology trying to make good people bad. That's what they do. I mean, they're in their minds, they're not good people. They're evil people, right? But the truth is, like for me, it didn't work that I was an SP. That didn't work. So they made a 25-step program to basically dead agent me, make everyone think I'm worthless. And that didn't work. So now they're telling a brand new public at Christmas time that Tori is a top secret undercover CIA agent. And I'm like, are you serious? I laughed so hard. And the guy said, I was going to give him $5,000, but that was it. You had said they lie, be careful, listen to what they're saying. And when they said that, he said, that was it for me. I was out of there. He said, I'm going to Japan. So anyway, they are their worst enemies. And the thing is this, not only did we all see it that were there, but you all saw it and saw what happened. And this is the kind of thing that Scientology does. Like I said in my last video, they would have been smarter to go out and help the critics. And, which I know, in Scientology, it's like, no way, that would never happen. And you're right, it would never happen because they just can't do it. It's not part of the policy. But David Miscavige has changed so much. He could change it if he wanted to. And if you don't change it, David Miscavige, that's on you. It's not on L. Ron Hubbard or the policy or anything else. You have changed enough that we know you can change it if you really wanted to. If you wanted to be smart, if you wanted to be thought of better, you would change things so that they are better. But you don't. You just keep screwing up over and over and over. And that's good for us because the whole world saw this. So this was maybe a week, but it was thousands of hours of viewership of people seeing what Scientology does with the swattings, with the arrests, with, just picking on people. That's Scientology. That's what they do. Believe me, I know. Flattening tires, it's like for a lot of these people, it's brand new. They're not used to it. For me, it's like, oh yeah, I know. I was amazed it lasted for a week. I really am. So I want to say to everyone, congratulations. If you were there and part of it, it's a big congratulations. For all of you that help support everyone, congratulations. Because We lasted way longer than I thought. We did. And it'll be back. Some bunch of us are already talking about protests that we're gonna do. So I mean, I've been protesting for 24 years. So this was a new thing with the encampment. That was definitely new and interesting and fun. But it doesn't mean that the end of critics is going to happen by any means. If anything, there's many, many more people that are now going, wait a minute, what happened there? Well, let me look at these other videos, right? And good old Scientology. Rather be in Maui, philosophy, the neighborhood is up in arms and furious over those planters. Exactly. That's another thing. Why put those stupid planters out there? Because they don't want us being there. So, we'll put planters out there. That'll block everything. But there's the neighborhood going, wait a minute, this is our neighborhood. And why is it that they don't have to have any kind of permits or anything for any of this stuff? Or if they need a permit, they get it like that. I mean, that's something that should be looked into. It really should. Textbook Scientology games. Exactly, Britt. So the only difference is now, when it was anonymous, and even before, it was whoever was protesting, and we would film it and put it up on the internet, and that was it. But now it's thousands and thousands of people are seeing what went down. And a lot of good stuff went down. A lot of people did a lot of good stuff. All right, so I'm going to check the starred things now. Let me see here. It was most definitely a success. Thank you, Kylie. All right, this is Hillary. I love the hat. Thank you. I do too. Thank you. It was a good trail run. That's right. Okay, and this is Blurry Dude. I was also thinking 2 days max. Exactly. See, any of us who know them are like, oh, come on, a month? No way. I honestly didn't think they'd make it a week. I was really shocked. I think it was the W for the protesters. I think it was a win for the protesters. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Doug from Clearwater what's he saying? Turning in late. Turning in late, but good evening, Tori. Thank you for your live broadcast. You're welcome. All right, comment. The encampment was a success. Those Scientologists were playing catch up. Exactly. And there's probably a bunch of them who are on the RPF because of this, because they screwed up and didn't get rid of it fast enough for Miscavige. That's on you, Davey boy. Again, people are going to be going, well, wait a minute, where are those guys? And if you're in Scientology and you hear me, bail while you still can. Many, many, many people die in Scientology. Way too many, way too young, because they won't take medicine. So they die of cancer. They're dead. I mean, it's unbelievable. So that's why I say bail while you still can. You're alive, get out. Don't wait. And just think about it. Think of all the people that are dead. The unfortunate thing is they don't tell you they're dead. So a lot of people think, they're just away. They're in Clearwater. They're helping their parents. No, they're dead. Or they're declared suppressive. A ton of people are out here that are your friends. A ton. I mean, I was shocked. I really was. Learning and loving it was a great win. Exactly. And I hope Laura's okay. I haven't heard from her. And if she hears this, I wish you'd call me, Laura, because I'm worried about you. Were you a Chicago Bears fan, Tori? 100%. Even though, they were after, my dad was with the Cardinals, but they were before the Bears. Love the hat. Thank you, Em. I do too. It's fun. This only makes us stronger, see? And more united. Exactly. Thank you so much. Rather be in Maui. Okay, to plan an event and deal with an organization trying to stop it is a lot of stress. It is. That's why I hope DOA takes a break and everybody takes a break from him. Do you know what I mean? So that he isn't getting all kinds of stuff from other people and feeling like he needs to comment on it and stuff like that. He needs to take a break. He really does. I mean, he deserves a break. He does. All right. Leanie G, good morning, Tori, mods, and all sending love from the UK. Thank you. And thank you to my mods for helping out. Sophie and love it. You guys are great. Textbook Scientology games, absolutely, Britt. That is it. I think I already read this. The neighborhood, yeah, but that can be read again. The neighborhood is up in arms. Here you go, Scientology. Okay, good. And this, oh my God, there's a bunch more starred. Okay. I love your hat and earrings. Thank you. The panels are for debates. I don't agree with that. I don't think the panels is a good idea. I just don't. I think people need to step back and chill out and then see what we should do. But the panels, when people are all hot and heavy and he's this and she's the reason why and there's that and what do you think? I just don't think it's a good idea. I don't. Thank you for that. Thank you. And this one, I'm really worried about that. I probably won't be part of it because I believe in people in person talking. If you're in person, you can see how they react and stuff like that. Online, I think it's too big of a leap to try to have a bunch of people doing a panel and, we want to ask you, where were you on this night and what time and stuff like that. I don't know. I just think it can go really south really bad. And incorrect people will be targeted and stuff like that. I just don't think it's a good idea. That's my opinion. If you guys want to do it, do it. Mercury Gold. All right. And here's this from Moldology. All right. You, Serge, and Laura FM have inspired me to free the children and the elderly. Oh, that's nice. They went to Italy. That's where Serge and Michael are. And that's wonderful. That's really great that they're getting a little time off. Hello, lovelies from Renee. Thank you. Wow, Tori, yay, learning and loving. Yes, absolutely. All right, now I'm going to go back up to the stars. Some of these, I don't know. Now it won't click. Let's see, starred. Okay, here's Love It saying, the start are ready when you are. So now I click on the starred, which says 25, but I'm just going to go down them because I think a bunch of these I already answered. The panels are for debate. Okay, so that's for people who want to do it. You, Serge, and Laura FM have inspired me. Okay, that one. Wow, Tori, learning and loving. You have definitely inspired me. Thank you, Moldology. Sophie, yes, Tori always says they create their own enemies. They do. I told them that when I was in. Becky, hi. Good to see you. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming by. Hillary Murphy, good to see you. I'm always in awe of how resilient you were after what they did to you. Still such a positive person. I learned a lot from that. That's why people say, do you regret what happened or something? And I go, no, because I learned a lot from it. And this is the same kind of thing. If you learn from it, you'll be better for it. If you don't learn, it's just it can be whatever you decide it to be in your mind. But to me, everything we do can be a lesson. It's a lesson learned. Every day, you should learn something every day. I always say that I learn something every day. And so because of that, that's why and I am kind of a resilient person. I admit that, but I also try to keep learning, and that helps. That keeps you in that mode. Tori, you're absolutely amazing. I've learned so much from you. I'm about to start protesting here in Ohio. All right, good. And if you need my story, use it. I told a few people that, because it's like some people, if you were in, that's fine, and you've got your own story. But if you don't have a story, you can say, a friend of mine, Tori Chrisman, was in for 30 years, escaped out, was chased all the way across the country, And literally in LAX, she was a Scientologist. And by the time she got to Tampa, she was a critic and an activist. And the Tampa police had to get her out of the Tampa airport. And you can tell people that because that's a true story. And then that way, people go, really? And you go, yeah, here, go to her YouTube site. It's Tori Magoo 44. Just make sure it's TORY. So they go to the right site. And the other one that I always tell people to go to is my favorite, Xenu.net. There you go. That's Andreas's site, but it's got fantastic information in it. All right, now this is from Kiko. Hi, Tori and Chad. Just stopping by to say hello before I go to bed. We'll have to catch up on the replay. That's fine. Make sure you leave a few comments. I appreciate that on the replay. Hello, Tori and Chad from Patrick Skinner. Hi. How are you? Question. Have you spoken to Laura? She put her heart into the occupation. I know she did. And I haven't been able to get in touch with her. I've called her a couple of times and I haven't. And it sounds like DOA hasn't either. So that's why I'm a little worried about her. But also someone said she had to work all weekend and this is the weekend. So it may be, she's fine. Knowing Laura, she's fine. And it's just she's working. But anyway, we'll get in touch with her. Hello, Tori and Chad from Lily. Thank you. All right, here's a comment. I think the encampment was a success because it showed the lengths Scientology will go to get rid of them. 2 temporary restraining orders in 2 days for DOA, then Danny. Exactly. And I think Streets had a temporary restraining order. And, there were more than just those 2. It was pretty. Jay, he had one. Good night, beautiful Tori. Thank you. It's me, Jane. It's me. Sleep tight. And this is Doug from Clearwater. We need to put in well-wishing for my Tony and Natalie peace of mind. Please do that. If you don't know Natalie, she's I think it's growing up in Scientology or after growing up after Scientology. I always forget the name of it, but wait, I have it here. Wait. Let me hang on just a second, and I will find it exactly because I want to have it right. Okay, she is Scientology Life After a Cult. I think that's her. Let me see. Yeah, that's her. Here she is. Scientology Life After Cult. And her my Tony has had cancer and has been fighting it. And now he's in ICU. So if you say prayers, say a prayer for Tony. If you say wishes, send wishes. And also they have a thing for some money. If you can chip in, even a little bit, every bit helps because they have huge medical bills because of this. So anyway, if you can, please do. And thank you for mentioning that, Doug. I appreciate that. Selfless self. All right. All the money on security implanters is a win. The protesters made Scientology pay a fair amount of coin to resist even a few days. A penny out of their pocket is a penny they can't use on human trafficking. Exactly. And we shut down L. Ron Hubbard Way for a whole week. That's bad news for them. I mean, it isn't really honestly, because they don't have anybody going there, but in their heads, it's really bad news. We know it's bad news, but they don't really have anybody going there anyway. So there you go. Take a break. Best advice. Yeah, that's what I think. I really do. And I think DOA deserves it for sure. And anybody else, anybody who's like, if you feel like, it's kind of overwhelming. If you feel like that, take a break. Just do something fun, be around some other people, just kind of enjoy life, get back to life, and then we'll get back to protesting soon. Chat, don't forget to like the live. Thank you. Hit the live, the like button. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Saul, hi, good to see you there. Be there for your friends. Exactly. And love it. Doug from Clearwater, yes, big hugs to them. Exactly, from all of us. It's that's a rough one to go through. It really is. I wish everyone would take your advice, Tori. Wisdom is valuable. Thank you, Hillary. Well, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. My dad used to always say that too. All right. Comment. Us viewers are not there, experience everything. We only see and hear what we are shown. True, but you got to see a lot, and especially if you went around and watched different videos, and you can still do that now because they're still up there. I've been doing it because there's stuff that I went, oh my God, I didn't even, because I was out on the street, doing my thing when I was protesting. So I missed what other people were experiencing. So I'm going back now and going, oh my God, look what happened here, that kind of thing. And you guys can too. It's all on the internet. I mean, that's what's good for us. It's not good for you, Scientology, not at all. And you know what? You can't erase it either. There you go. Thank you. It's nice to see you too. Nico Yegg Squirrel. All right. Thank you. All right. And this is rather being Maori. Keep in mind that there is a season. It's called a movement, because it moves and changes, and with that improvement from lessons learned. Exactly. I always say be like a river, because rivers move. They always move. And as long as you're moving, you're okay. It's when you're like, this is the way I am, that's it. It's like, forget it. You're going to run into a rock or a tree or something, and it's not going to work. But as long as you kind of move around, you'll be okay. All right. Preach. That's right. No, I'm not preaching. I'm undercover CIA agent. Get it straight. All right. You're the best, Tori. Such a strong woman. Love your approach. Thank you for your uplifting words. And Wilson. All right. All right. Heather Healer 44. All right. And you're staying here, right, Heather? All right. Now this moldology, I will definitely use your story. Thanks for allowing me to use it. You are a godsend. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, definitely. I mean, and remember my cards, because that's one of my biggest successful things is giving people a card. Here's a card. You don't know about Scientology? You know about Scientology where they've talked about it, but do you know what they won't tell you? No. Okay, here it is. It's all on this card. If you just go read this card, the vast majority of what they won't tell you is on that card. And people go, thank you. It's really cool. It's a good way to do it. Okay. Henri did some research into CFS sprinkler tech. CFS wanted an Olympic pool size amount of water a day to drown the occupied and houseless, homeless. Yeah, that's Scientology. They're excuse me. I love the way they promote they're for freedom, free speech. They care about people, but no, they don't. Just like this, they're going to water out the homeless. No. Okay, Alaska. Let's see. Hi, Tori. Hi, chat. Good morning from Belgrade. All right. Good morning. That's cool. All right. Now here's another one. Hello, Night Owl Tori. Hi. Oh, from the Scientology Money Project. Hi, Jeffrey. How you doing? All right. Good to see you. All right. Love it and Tori. After seeing the picture Natalie posted of Tony in ICU, man, all this YouTube infighting seems sad. It does. It really does. And that happened to me last night with my son. He was really going into detail, explaining to me the Palestinian-Israeli situation. And, I know a bunch of it, but he knew some details I didn't know. And I was just like, wow, it just makes everything just so, when you look at how long it's gone on, and it's tricky. It really is. But he liked my solution, and I'm not telling you yet. Okay, so let's see. see. I will definitely use your story. Okay, good. And then James Smith said, here's a comment from Henri. Oh, that's the sprinkler thing. Thank you for that. Thank you, James, for telling us that. All right, Alaska. Hi, Tori. Hi, Chad. Good morning from Belgrade. Ooh, how cool. Very cool. I've never been there, but it sounds nifty. And here is the Scientology Money Project. Hello, Night Owl Tori. Hi. And everyone make sure to check out the Scientology Money Project. He has been working on getting rid of their tax exemption for years. So, go by there, the Scientology Money Project, and check it out. All right. And love it. And Tori, after seeing the pictures Natalie posted of Tony. Okay. Yeah. The infighting is always sad, especially for me, because I know, that's a number one goal of OSA, to get people fighting together. It's like divide and conquer. That's their goal always. So when you see it happening, you go, no, don't do this. Just don't. It doesn't help anybody. It just helps OSA. That's it. They're the only ones that win on it. And you're not winning, OSA. I don't care. You can get people infighting, and we may be all saying this, and maybe DOS is saying that, or DOA, but the fact is the world is watching you and going, Church of Scientology? Maybe those people that said it isn't a church are right. Bingo. Thank you for proving it once again. All right, I'm a bit late from the UK. You look stunning today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. Tori, that hat looks wonderful on you. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're retired Army, but from Columbus area. I wish I could join you. You are joining us, Miss Kim, and thank you for joining us, and keep joining us. It's like, subscribe and keep joining us, because this is a huge part of this movement. Are people online? I don't think people online quite get how important you are. But if you guys weren't here, I wouldn't be here talking to you. Do you understand that? I mean, it's really, really key. And I realized it back when I first started, I think, just being online, and I think probably when I started my YouTube site, it really became real. But it's like, they're friends of mine. A lot of people that I've known for years, and some of my friends that live here in LA will be like, well, you don't even know those people. And I'm like, I know them more than I know you. A lot of them, I love them. They've supported me for years, not financially, but spiritually. They were here when I needed them, and nobody else did. All the Scientologists dumped me. So it was like, you guys mean a lot to a lot of people. And never forget that. And like I say, every voice counts. Every voice. Here you go. Oh, I gotta remove that. I forgot. Sorry. Is it still on there? No. Okay. Hi from Scotland. Ooh, Stuart, you lucky duck. It's another place I want to go. Adrian, I hope the protesters come back a lot stronger after this setback. I think they were pretty strong. I really do. I wouldn't put it down to, that makes it sound like they didn't do it strong enough. And they were very strong. Everyone that I was with and everyone I watched was very, very strong. They went through a lot of stuff. In my opinion, there was too many newbies turned up when the camp started. I really hope DOA can push through the bullshit and something closer. I'm not sure what that word is, but I don't agree with you about the newbies. I think it's fine for them to come around, and it's going to only get better every time. That's just the way it is. That's how any movement is. You do it. There's Senior.net again. What? All right, stop. Okay, there. Any movement is going to have that, where the first time you started, go look at my first YouTube site. I said to Mark Bunker, what am I going to do with a YouTube site? And he said, well, we're going to make a video. Tori Magoo has a YouTube site. And Anonymous showed up that day. We were there. I mean, we knew they were coming because I had talked to him and he had talked to him, but we had no idea it was going to be 500 people for real. The kid said it's going to be 500 people, and I went, sure. Just like there's, we've been picketing with 10 people for years. So now 500 people, can you imagine that? Oh my God. And that was a little bit how this was for me. It was like, wow, this was really, really cool. And all of this online stuff is super cool because this didn't happen with YouTube. With just YouTube, you just make a video, put it on, and then people would either comment or not. But now you've got the live communication. It's really kind of neat, I think. Anyway, I don't mean to lessen what you say. I just think now is the time to encourage each other to come back, because it's very easy to go, oh yeah, that was a failure, I'm not going to do it again. No, come on. That was a great success. And history is made from this kind of thing. They're like little battles, won, lost, and then overall something dramatic happens. And that's what we're shooting for, something dramatic. And you know what that is. And Davey, you know what that is too. All right, Moldology. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, you're talking to Miss Kim. I'm willing to do whatever I can. So I don't drive, so I have to take the bus and pitch a tent, but it's worth it for me. Okay, well, I don't think now would be a good time. Last week would have been a good time because they had the tents there for you. You would have been good. And we'll have it again, and then you can just stay in the tents. And the tents have really soft, not blankets. What am I thinking of? Mattresses. So DOA got all that stuff together, and that's all in storage. So they'll get it out again. It'll happen again. I heard Laura mention when she was packing gear, she was taking a break after the occupation. Good. I hope she does. I hope everyone that was really working their ass off did. I know Danny and Leah went down to San Diego, and I'm really happy about that. Hi, Smoke. Thank you. And good. Oh, and that's nice, Smoke, for Tony. Oh, thank you. That's good. Yeah, we all got to say our prayers for Tony. Good morning, Tori in chat, and for Natalie, because she's going to have to go through a lot with this. Sue, hi. And this is Sophie. Here's the link to Natalie's channel if you're not subscribed. Yeah, please go there and subscribe. Thank you for that. Sending prayers over to Tony and Natalie and their family. Good. That is good. The more prayers, the better. I remember when Jesse Prince had stage 4 cancer. He didn't know he had stage 4 cancer, but he did. And he would put up pictures almost every week of himself. And people would type in prayers and wishes and blessings. And you know what? He's alive to this day. It's like, I don't know, 5 or 10 years later. I mean, I'm not going to say that's the only thing, but he did medicine and he got better. And I think a lot of those prayers helped him a bunch. I do. I really do. It was the first time I really saw it in action. I see in a comment that they got another 9-day permit after this one. I'm sure. Okay, go ahead. Get another 9-day permit. Like that matters? That matters to who? So that they can show the rest of the world that there's nobody there. I'm going to go down and film it. There's nothing there. There was nobody there for the stupid festival. All the time they had that shut down. There was I don't know, I saw 5 people there. Okay, Adrian, thank you for this. I think all of us are thinking of Natalie and Tony at this time and sending our blessings. Okay, Nanya, comment. I meant we watching are not experiencing the emotions, fear, etc. that you people are there. There are. I gotcha. I hear you. I do. And you're right on that. Although a lot of people experience a lot of emotions, without being here. But anyway, I get what you're saying. I do. And it was a wild time. It was. Moldology. I absolutely love your approach, Tori. Catch more flies with honey. Your story about the book is so inspiring. If you can't read or watch certain stuff, you're not free. What's my story about the book? Oh, no, I can't remember it. My story about the book. Someone has to tell me what it is. What Moldology? Do you remember what it is? The story about the book? I need to know because it's inspiring. That's good. Can you type it in at the bottom? If you can't read or watch certain stuff, you're not free. Well, that's true. Your story about the book. I can't remember. You have to type it in, please. Moldology. Oh, I think maybe she did. Okay, hang on. Restraining orders kept DOA and Danny away. Nobody else was able to step up, plus various other issues. Exactly. And DOA didn't feel like it was safe with the women, and he's right. And I didn't either. I was thinking it's getting bad. And Scientology, was really showing their darkest cards. Not the darkest, but some pretty dark. Sulfur, the protest, is first to keep new people from going inside. Second, to let people inside know they can get out. And third, to educate those that don't know about Scientology. Well, there you go. First, to keep new people from going inside. Okay. Well, there you go. I love watching Mark Bunker's old footage of 4K. Made me laugh that Scientology used to send you out as their guard dog to get rid of SPs, and was great seeing you. I know. It was interesting because they were shocked at how successful I was. And I would come back in and they would say, "What did you do?" And I'd say, "I just talked to them. They're just people. They're people with different viewpoints than we have. That's all." It's not like they have long fangs and stuff like that. It's not. They're just people. And it was interesting. It really was. I wrote up to Mike Rinder. I think I told you guys this story about my hair, but I told him, I said, my best success ever on handling the critics was just asking a guy, "How do you like my hair?" And, he wouldn't talk to me at all until I asked him about my hair. And I was looking into a window and I could see it. And I thought, God, it really looks shitty. And I said, "Can I just ask you a question? How do you like my hair?" And he just kept walking along. And I said, "No, really, man, I mean it. I want your opinion. Can you just look at my hair and tell me, how do you like my hair?" And he just burst out laughing. And he goes, "My mom always asked me that. I never know what to say." He looked at his friend and he goes, "You know what? Let's go home." And they had a big Xenu doll and a big sign. And they left. They walked off and left. This was up in Sacramento. And I went inside and everybody was like hiding in the corner. And they were all cheering. And I said, "What?" And they said, "You got rid of him. What did you do?" And I said, "Honestly, I asked him, how do you like my hair?" I mean, and I wrote that up to Mike Rinder before I left, and he was still in as the PR. And I said, "You guys with your, what are your overts? What are your crimes? It doesn't work." I asked the guy, "How do you like my hair?" And they packed up and left. Because it's a thoughtful question, and I wanted a real answer. I did. I wasn't like just trying to trick him or something. I really meant it. And he got it, and he said, "Let's go." And they left. All right. Okay, so here's a question from Reconnecting. What information is on your card you hand out? It might be great to make some cards up. Okay. The reason I don't really say it a whole bunch is because some of these sites, some of it is not still here. It says at the top, Scientology, what they don't want you to know, right? And then I have a picture of Xenu, and it says, ask them about Xenu, because most people have heard about Xenu now. So there's that. And then I've got, find out about Scientology at these critical websites. And the first one is www.xenu.net, which I showed you guys before. This is Andreas's that he made. He's now passed away, but the site is still there, and it's a great site. So there's that. The next one is zenutv.com, which I think is gone, but you can check around for Mark Bunker. He's probably got, I know he has a website or a YouTube site, so find out what his YouTube site is and put that on it. I've got to remake these. And the next one is my YouTube site, which is youtube.org/Tori Magoo 44. And then the last one I have is TonyOrtega.org, www.TonyOrtega.org, because he's got years of information that people can look up. It's really fantastic. And then way at the bottom, in a little teeny bit of thing, it says Scientology's website, www.scientology.org. See, it's way, way, way at the bottom. That's it. So that's what I have on it, but you put on it whatever you want, whatever you see that you think, oh, this would be really good, do that. So there you go, reconnecting. I hope that helped. Now this is Rin. Hello, Tori and chat from Vancouver, adjacent to California. Okay, this is CA, or do you mean Vancouver's in Canada? Anyway, Miss Kim. And 4, to get our government to take away the tax-exempt status that lets them get away with abusing the kids and abusing everybody. I mean, Natalie loves Pound Tony Strong. Nice. Very nice. All right, Chris, thank you. I agree. DOA was just mentally and physically drained and needs to get away for a recharge. He worked so hard. You rock. Thank you. And he does too. I mean, he deserves a lot, and I just don't want it to end up being a clusterfuck. That's what Osa wants. And it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't. My Tony. Yeah, I know. He's sort of all of our Tonys. It's like we really love him. Okay, Miss Kim, this is from Sulphur. Thanks for the input. It just seems to be obvious. Anyone aware knows that they suck. Maybe those in there could use the message. Hard to imagine someone not knowing about them by now. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. That's why I give out the cards every day, because I run into people who go, really? I didn't know that. Or I watched Leah and Mike's show and I just couldn't believe it. I just don't think it's true. And I go, it's not only true, it's way worse than you think. And people go, really? And I give them my card and I say, study up. You're young, and anybody, per cult experts, anybody can get suckered into a cult if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. And your only salvation or, protection against them is learning what is a cult and how they operate and everything. And that information is, you can type it in YouTube and start learning about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Sophie. Please put the question before your questions and comment before them. All right, Lord Zenu, comment. All right, good for you. I think if you take the role of an organizer while DOA takes a break, the movement will be stronger than ever. We need you, and everyone loves and respects you. I appreciate that. I would never want to take over his position. No. I mean, I really appreciate that, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to try to take that over. That was his thing, and it's still his thing, and he's going to come back, and it'll be stronger and better. And he has all the equipment for it. I don't. And, so anyway, it'll keep going. Everything will keep going. It's just going to be, we have to, like I said, be like a river, like let things, go a little this way and a little that way. You watch the ocean and it's kind of like, whoa, there's that. And that's how we are. We're like water. And water, the good thing about it is you can't stop it. So you can't. That's the thing. It just keeps moving. That's the way it is. And that's the way we are. That's the way I think. If you're like cement, It's easy to blast you away. But if you like water, you can keep moving this way, that way, that way, this way. Whoa. And stuff that comes along doesn't upset you as much because you're like the water. Oh, wait a minute, a rock, Anyway, that's my thing. I love you guys. I thank you for being here. I agree with all the fighting. My mom died today after suffering from Parkinson's. So I'm done arguing. Life is too short. Well, bless your mom. And she lived a long life. If she lived till now, and she's free of Parkinson's. So that is something that you can, I can't say it enough, celebrate her life. And if people aren't sending you cards, call up some of her friends and ask them to write one story about your mother that meant a lot to them. My friend did that because my mother made a scrapbook for my dad, and tons of people had sent in stuff. So she just made copies for all three of the kids. But my friend's son shot himself to death, and I told her about the scrapbook, and she said, yeah, but they're kids. They're not going to send cards or anything. And I said, ask them to write one story about your son. And you know what? They all wrote the most wonderful things. It just ended up being the most beautiful scrapbook, and we drew in it, and we wrote stories to them. And it's a really nice way to end a life, I think. Anyway, I'm happy she lived as long as she did, and I'm happy she's free now. So there you go. Make sure to celebrate her life. Okay, those planters won't be there long enough to plant or grow anything. Where did CFS find hundreds of tons of garbage sour soil? I know, it was very weird. The whole thing was very weird. And I'm glad you brought that up, James, because those whole planters were weird. It was like, what the hell is this? And then after the hot dog massacre came, they've put planters in front of all that little where people, the eating area, they have planters in front of that. So I guess nobody can get in there. Stupid. All right. I wonder if they're going to build a 20-foot concrete wall around the entire compound. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Now wait a second. This can't be. There's 53 starred things. All right. Let's see what this is. How are you? I'm good. Thank you. Okay. We already said those. I don't see the 53. I'm trying to click on it, and I think we may have answered them. Well, let me go down and see. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. It's Mike Sandoval. Hi. OSA hasn't won anything. They're spending more time and money just defending city property. That's not a win. Exactly. Thank you. I just wanted to let people know, because I've talked to a few people today who, like Dan Walks LA. He was like, I'm really sorry if I screwed up. And I was like, you didn't screw up. This was a success. And he was a big part of it. So it's like, I don't want people feeling sad because, DOA did the right thing. He packed everything up, put it away, and, took off for a while. That's a good thing. We took over the street for a week. That's an amazing thing. And tons of people filmed it. A lot of stuff happened. It's a good thing. So you're right. It's like, it's not a win, period. Okay. But I wanted to let people know, because I've talked to a few people who thought, oh, they'd say, well, we failed. And I say, we didn't fail. We didn't fail at all. So that's why I'm making this. It's not a failure. It's just, like my dad said, it's not whether you win or lose. It's how you play the game. And we played a good game. You have to admit, that was a good game. It was. All right. Started watching Streets LA. The more I have learned, the more invested I am. This has exposed so much about Scientology. It's a huge win. Thank you. Yeah, I agree, Britt. It really is. It's way bigger than they think. It was a success. That's right. All right. Comment. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. YouTube chat plus Tori Magoo 44. Thank you. Thank you, Lily. All right. And this is, can we crowdfund a billboard truck and park it in different areas around PAC? That will have a huge effect. That's a good idea. That, you know who makes those? We need the truck, but Frank Oliver, he's in Florida, but he makes those big banners for trucks, and he's an ex-Scientologist. He's ex-OSA. So we could contact him and see if he'd help us. Anyway, that's a good idea, Lord Zeno. I really like that. The other one that's another good one, I saw these kids in Hollywood, and they just had a pickup truck and a projector. And up on the screen was a huge thing that said Nike, right? And I said, what's the deal here with this, man? And they said, we're making a lot of money. That's what's up. And I said, how does it work? And they said, it's mobile advertising. So we stay here until the cops come, and then we move to the next location. And I thought, now that would be good too. We could put up stuff on Scientology's side of their buildings. They'd have a heart attack. Scientology, you have really opened a can of big worms. These are like big, big, giant worms. And you shouldn't have done this. You should have come out and helped the homeless, because that's what you pretend you care about, but you don't. You didn't do shit. You didn't come out one time and help one homeless person at all. All you did was call the police, waste the city money, waste taxpayers' money. You're an embarrassment to the city. You really are. And I'm going to keep telling people about it too. So there. Comment. Anyone who has been on the protest front lines knows how hard it is. The encampment was amazing. Aaron was surprised it lasted so long. I hope all the people online are also emailing Congress. Good thinking. Email Congress, email your senators, your congressmen. And the other thing is put it on rip-off reports, because a lot of people use that, and it just say, you can just make a little thing, don't get in Scientology. It's a rip-off, because there's not enough of it on there. All right. Tori knows her history. Well, thank you, Tim. I was in it for 30 years. So I figure I've spent 24 years now talking about it. I didn't think I'd ever be still talking about Scientology. I really didn't. But you know what? If I can help, this is what I got started speaking out. If I can help one person not get suckered into this con, it's worth all the shit that they throw my way. And it is. That's just the way it is. It's like, you're never going to win, Miscavige. Not ever. Not ever doing this abusive step. Never, ever, ever. Tori, I really love your hat, and it really suits you. Thank you, Adrian. I do too. I really like it. All right. I know Aaron is busy, but I would have loved to see him in LA more often. True for everyone, but he doesn't live here, so at least we have him online. That's good. Hey, Jessica Palmadessa, the girl who got me into this. Thank you for stopping by. That's right. It's a wild and crazy day. All right. And look who's right next to you, Becky. All right. The world famous fitness model, Jessica Palmadessa, has entered the chat. Yeah. So you've got the world famous fitness model, Jessica, and undercover CIA agent, Tori Chrisman, in the chat. Anyway, we're having a good time. Sulfur, yes, everyone protests different. I usually yell things to make them think, or foundation that will help them get out. Help them think, or foundation, like planting a foundation that'll help them get out. Okay. I'll just say okay. That's it. Tori, have you ever met Miscavige? I have. I was on OT7. He walked in. We had the big map up with all the different places, little stickers where all the OT7s were around the world. And he walked in, ripped it off the wall, tore it up, said, the party's over. And he went all the way up and down the Sandcastle, which was a motel at the time, tore off everything we all had on our doors. And he said, then he gave a lecture and said, look, the party's over. You guys, you guys act like this is camp, which we did. I admit it. We had fun. No, no more. Now that we're going after doctors and dentists and chiropractors and professionals. And so you have to look like a professional. You have to act like a professional, and all of this fun done. That's how I met David Miscavige. It was like, ugh, fuck you. All right, here we go. Tilty Bird, hi. I exchanged a few kind words with Laura. Oh, good. She knows she has people caring for her and who to reach out to when she needs to. Okay, good. I'm really glad you told me that, because I've been a little worried about her because I haven't heard from her. Not that she's going to call me, but DOA said he hasn't heard from her either. Tori, you're rocking that hat tonight. I know. Isn't it a cool hat? Thank you. Someone sent it to me. My Tony, Natalie, and family hearts. I know. I feel so bad for both of them. I really do. It's a tough thing to go through, especially, I mean, I lived through just a dear friend of mine dying of cancer, and that was really, really hard. And to have someone that is your partner and have them be passing away, it's got to be really hard. It does. I really can't send them enough love. But anyway, let's do it. The more they shut down that street, the more angry the neighbors will be. It's a win for us. Thank you, Miss Kim. I appreciate that. It's true. Watching it was at times very frustrating. Of course, but we came through it. But we did. Okay, YRB. Okay. Good struggled to keep things orderly at the test center. The gain is learning how to protest with self-respect and with respect for others. Innovative opportunity came forth. Exactly. Yeah, it took, I think everyone, it takes a while to find your particular mode of protesting and what works for you. And like for me, it has, now I have a whole new thing, which is just getting around because I'm older and for various different reasons. So I can't move as much as I used to move, but I still go out and protest. That's the way I am. And we already have stuff planned for the future. Okay. The guy told you if you can't read a certain book, oh, right. Okay. That was from a while ago, though. I thought you meant I mentioned it today. Yes. The guy said, and if anybody missed this, I was out handling the critics and they were all yelling stuff at me. And I had what I call plexiglass, where I just didn't hear a thing. It all just bounced off. I honestly didn't hear a thing they said. And then this one guy came up to me and he just said, I just have to ask you this one question. If you're free, why can't you read certain books? And he said it, and I realized at that moment, our voices are like music. And if you say it in a nice enough way and with enough interest, someone will want to answer it. If you go, why can't you read certain books, which is how they all sounded to me, it's like squawking birds. It's like, no, go away. I don't want to talk to you. But I wanted to answer him. And I said, oh, I can read whatever I want. And thank you for letting me know that's what you were talking about. I appreciate that moldology. And so I answered him a few times, and then I came home and I had I used to have a thing on my wall with 4 Dalmatians that are black and white. And one had a pink collar. And then underneath it in pink, it said, dare to be different. And I laid in bed and looked at it. And I thought, after talking to that guy and him asking me that over and over and over, and I thought, I'm about as different as a rock. I just started realizing, their freedom isn't freedom. That's it. That's what really, I didn't have it exactly, in my mind that way, but it was like the beginning of that, of realizing it's not freedom at all. Okay, good. So thank you, Moldology, for explaining that. Grrr. Hey, Tori baby, just got here. Rock on, rock on. You've got to listen to the whole thing. This is a good one. I'm glad you're here. All right, bikers taking down Scientology. All right, Tori, didn't a protester ask you if you could read any books you wanted to? If you couldn't, why? And that's how you got out of Scientology. It's not how I got out of Scientology, no, but it was the beginning. See, to me, it's like it's a big deal to get out of Scientology, but it was the beginning of my waking up. To me, the analogy is I was sort of like in a coma. And that question, that guy asking me that in such a nice way, it sort of got me starting to wake up. Andreas was actually the person who helped get me out of Scientology and 10 years of reading books on philosophy, self-improvement, religion. I read all kinds of books for 10 years because I was actually trying to handle headaches. And I knew OT7 wasn't going to do it. So I started reading these books. And the books actually, I think, this is what I think. The books helped strip off a lot of the mind control. So I could hear Andreas when I finally talked to him. That's what I think. But thank you, bikers taking down Scientology. You guys need to come around more often. All right, Lord Zenu, Tori is the sweetest person on the planet. Anyone coming here to create drama is repulsive. Ooh, all right. Well, I don't know if I'm the sweetest person on the planet, but I appreciate you saying that. There you go. Adrian was watching Footness of the old days when OC used to send you out to get rid of SPs. And then you left days later when you went to Boston. You looked so free and happy. Well, that timeline isn't exactly right because, I was on the internet and met Andreas. And then, I don't know, it took a while, for me to actually wake up. And it was a while, and then get across the country. And then I was in Clearwater. And then after a couple of weeks, then we went to Boston. And that's when he filmed Magoo Dancing in Boston. And yeah, I was free and happy. I was like, oh, thank God, I'm done with this. Yep. All right, now, Lord Zenu. I missed the testing center protests. I was watching old live streams today and I was laughing the whole time. Comedy and protests is a good combo. It is. And Jessica was fabulous with it. And she will be again. They'll open them up and it'll start again. It also wasn't safe for DOA. Meth mailed to his P.O. box, yeah. Pipes and needles at the encampment. Entrapment. That's a long-term prison time. Yeah. So I understand, it's like it got weird at the end, but that's Scientology. They were getting weird. I have no idea about the pipes and needles and all that. I wasn't even there for that. But I know that I respect DOA's choice to pack up and put everything away and move on. All right. You were in, but you were prone to leaving because you were too nice. Hardly, but no, I was in, but prone to leaving because of epilepsy. Don't ever miss that. That was their screw up. They made me get off my medicine, and because of that, and my fight with the Church of Scientology to take medicine that I need to handle so I don't have seizures. I haven't had a seizure in 30 years. But when I was in Scientology, while I went through the short term of trying to get off my medicine, I had multiple grand mal seizures. And the last one, the doctor said 5 more minutes and you would have been dead. So my mother predicted that. And she said, they're going to kill you. You have to get back on your medicine. And I did. But me getting back on my medicine, at that point, I realized, because so many Scientologists would come up to me and go, how could you be on medication and be a Scientologist? And I'd say, well, L. Ron Hubbard has a policy. If it isn't true for you, it isn't true. And you have a grand mal seizure, and then you can come talk to me about medicine. And in the meantime, see you later. And that's how I was. I was really strict on it. And I really, so I started thinking I didn't say it to myself. And after I left, I kind of formulated this, but it really was, here's the bridge to total freedom. And I was on the bridge next to the total freedom. Do you see what I mean? Like, so thus I could do a lot of shit that people on the bridge to total freedom, you can't do that. I was like, I can do it. I'm already taking medicine. I can't do that if I'm on your bridge to total freedom. So there you go. So that was really what, for me, it's kind of a long story, but it's an important one for me too. But thank you for thinking I was so nice. Lord Zenu, I think someone needs to organize a movement to vote out politicians in that district, like city council members. I would support protests against them for turning a blind eye to Scientology. That's a good point. That's a very, very good point. It's not my area, but someone it might be. Becky, I saw someone in old footage talking to protesters that looked like you, but said their name was Margaret. That was me. Was that you or a lookalike? That was me. What happened was Bunker showed up for the first time, and he had one of those big cameras on his shoulder. And Osa said to me, she said to this guy from England, please go talk to that guy and just see if you can get him to go away. And he he had the British accent and everything. And so I just tried to pretend like I was along with him from England. So when he said, what is your name? I said, it's Margaret. And it just came out of my head. I have no idea. It was just very weird. It was embarrassing, when I look back on it. But that was me. It was. Anyway, I have some kooky stories. That's for sure. Hi, Swedish Andrea. Hi, that's a good nick. You tell the best stories, Tori. Well, thank you. They're live stories. I would love to have some of those cards to pass out when I go protest. Make them up. It's like I'm not going to give you mine, because my friend made them up for me. But you can have you or a friend make them up. Xenu, you can just type in on Google, and there's all these different pictures of Xenu. If you want to put that on there. If you don't. Like some people don't want that. And I may not for the next one, but this one I liked it. And so far, a lot of people really like it. There's something about Xenu that, it's like, it's so weird. It's like, really? All right, now this is Lord Xenu. Speaking of Xenu, imagine in the past 6 months, the protests via social media probably reached millions of people if you add up all the views of all the channels. This is history being made. That's my point. Thank you, Lord Xenu. Thank you for saying that, because that's what I wanted you all to get, is that, and everyone that sees this, that this was not a loss. This was a win. Do you know what I mean? A huge win. And millions of people got educated on what is really Scientology. And it's going to keep going. So it's not like that was the end and that's it. That's not. It might be the end of the encampment for now. But first of all, Scientology doesn't know. Are we coming back next week? A month from now? 3 months from now? You don't know, do you, Scientology? And that's kind of fun. And you can say it's suppressive. And you know what? I got an SP declare to prove it. You're right. I am. I'm a declared suppressive person. And you know what? I'm very proud of it. I'm happy to be an SP. And I'm even happier to be an undercover CIA agent, because that's ridiculous. You guys are knuckleheads. All right. So thank you, Lord Xenu. This is from Lana Lewis. Tori, do you know Paulette Cooper? I do. And she is a wonderful person. I really felt honored meeting her. She's a trip. She really is. She's really a nifty person. Okay. Keen on hearing your feedback on the occupation. I think I've been saying it all night. If there's a specific question you have, please ask me, because I've been talking about it all night. All right. Now this is to Sophie again. Yes, Osa underestimated the power of social media. Even Tori is making a difference with social media. Thank you. All right. She does this every night, midnight with Magoo. Thank you, Nanya. I know. I don't know if it's every night, but it's kind of every other night. That's what I'm working on trying to do. But you guys let me know. Jessica needs to take your business card idea around Hollywood, telling folks your life is in danger, then offer them a card with SPTV info. She would have us busting at the seams. Yeah, I know. Someone else asked me to have her do that too. I'm trying to think of who it was. I can't remember who it was, but somebody else asked me to have her do that because they thought she would be really funny. See, to me, it's not a funny thing. So I don't, I didn't do it for that reason because to me it's not funny and it loses impact if it's a joke. If it's a joke, it's like, okay, I'll throw it in the trash. It's funny. I laughed. There you go. Whereas if it's your life is in danger and I don't want you to get snagged up in this, people go, really? And then they want to hear about it. Do you see what I mean? They want to get educated on it. They don't want to get snagged into some awful trap. So to me, that's more important than humor. But humor is very important. She is great at what she does. I would never tell her to do what I do because what I do is different than she does. And she's funny. She is a funny person. I hope they open up the testing center again because she was a riot making those things. She cracks me up. She's very funny. She has a plan for, I think tonight that she was going to do. I talked to her today. Good morning. I'm a lurker on my phone, but watch TV, YouTube all day. Love your hat. Glad you're up late. I'm 68 and an insomnia a lot. I had a close call with CFS, but not that day. Not that day, Thetan. Well, good for you. TL Moore. I'm glad you didn't get snagged into it because it is a long, that's why I try to give out the cards because it's much easier to keep someone from getting into it than it is to try to get them out. Once they're in, it's almost impossible. I mean, all my friends, my old friends and my ex-husband, they're still in. And they'll probably be until they die. So to me, it's like, get them the cards. So many people nowadays have no idea about these cults. I think a lot of people do. I think you're right. There's a lot of people that don't, but I think a lot of people, more and more people, it's shocking how many people you go, don't get in Scientology. You go, believe me, I wouldn't. Whereas years ago, they would say, well, it's a church. You shouldn't really be against it. They have a right to believe what they want to believe and all the other BS. And I say, no, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about human rights abuses. And they do not have a right to do that. And our government is letting them. And people go, yeah, I'm not. I say, if you're for that, let me know. And they go, no, I'm not for that. And I go, good, then we're on the same page. People think the Hare Krishnas are not a cult, I know, as they have their jingling things. I still find people who don't know anything about Scientology. I know, Tim. That's why I talk to people all the time because they either don't know or it kind of goes over their head. They can't quite believe that something could be as weird as they are. Love to DOA. Nice. Yep, definitely. I don't know if he's watching, but definitely he deserves a lot of love and thanks. If you would like to support Tori, here are the links. Okay. Thank you very much, Sophie. I appreciate that. All right. Keep CFS wondering when the next shoe will drop. Exactly. They don't know. They have no idea. I'm sure they're trying to follow DOA now, but it's going to fail. Love it. Thank you for running the good chat. So many problems with mods on most other channels, in addition to mod wars and other craziness. Thank you, Charles. That is so, so very true. And we had a little bit of it here, not with them, but with somebody else. And luckily, love it. And Sophie helped me through it. They did. They're really great. All right. Question, Tori, how many people over your 24 years out of Scientology did you help to get out? I really don't know. I don't. People write me all the time and say, I was in and I saw your videos and I'm out. but I really couldn't give you a number. I don't know. But to me, it's like every single person I've helped just means so much to me. It's really, I'm really proud of that. I'm really, really proud of it. I'm really happy because it was tricky when I started speaking out. Nobody would stand up for me. Nobody. I mean, nobody. Andreas and Stacy, Bob, and Jesse. That was it. And there were a few critics, but they quickly bought into Osa's stuff about me. And it was tricky. It was a tricky time. It was way different than now because there's so many people supportive. It really helps. But I just thought if I can help one person, it's worth it. It's worth all the stuff they throw my way. And so I have helped a lot of people, and they write me all the time and thank me. So I know it's a lot, but I don't have a number. I'm sorry. I don't. All right. Question: would it be a waste of time to protest or have an encampment outside Gold Base? Yes. And would that be effective? No. I'll tell you what happened. We used to go out to Gold Base. And first of all, it's like an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. So it's a long way out there. Now you're out in the desert. They immediately, if there are people there, which I don't know if there are anymore, but they immediately lock everybody way inside. And their inside is like about half a mile from the street. So the people are already way far from the street, and now they've got them inside. So the only person you see is like the guy at the guard gate. That's it. Plus, add on to it, there is no traffic. There's no foot traffic, none. There's very little cars driving by. So you're kind of out there in the middle of nowhere doing what? And they also, last time we protested there, they turned on these gigantic, horrible organ music that another man who was in the military said, this is military grade sound. Because my ears hurt so bad, I was like, someone has to help me. And they gave me these really good headset that somebody said, you can use this. And it still took me 5 days to get my ears back. It was awful. And I thought, this is really awful. But we know the Riverside City Council is in with Scientology. That's a whole different story, but they are. So it was like not worth it to go to them saying, look, they're doing this about the sound. They would have gone, okay, they're a religion, they can do what they want. And it's like, fuck them. They can sit out there in the desert and do what they want. It's like, no, we're not going to give them any attention at all. To do an encampment there for what? There's nobody out there, first of all. Most of the people are gone. They wouldn't see it. The city would throw you out because they don't really have any sidewalks at all. So you'd have to be out in the street. It's just sort of like, for a number of reasons, I say no, not a good idea. And it wouldn't be effective for that reason. So there you go. You can do way more in Hollywood or, any of the cities around, Orange County, wherever. You can go wherever you want. DOA. All right, Gypsy Pilot. Thank you. I hope he sees it. I hope he does. Sophie, grief is a price we pay for love. And to be loved is the most beautiful thing in life. Yep, that is a very good quote. All right, and this is Lana Lewis. There's a great drone footage video of you. Yeah, there is, of Gold Base from quite a few years ago, but there is. Question: now that the protesters are having a break, do you think they come back strong and tight and fight Scientology when they return? I'm not going to tell. My lips are sealed, but they'll find out. But I'm pretty sure something good's going to happen. I know that. What it is exactly, I'm not going to say. So there you go, Eric. All right, question, Tori, how do you feel about the new tunnels being built? I have to see them. I know the old tunnels were there from because it was a hospital. And, from ASHO to AO, underneath there are tunnels. I know that. But the new ones I haven't seen. So, I have to see them and see. And it's unbelievable if they're building them. I can't believe the city would give them permits for that. So I'll have to check it out. The ones feeling sad make me sus, gotta have patience. It's not over. Exactly. I've been protesting for 24 years. It's like I told DOA the day I met him, I said, this is going to happen. Believe me. Believe me. This is new for you. I know you're an activist, but this is new for you. It's not new for me. And I promise you, Scientology will be on this like flies on shit. And they will not stop until everybody's gone. And hello? They think we're gone. We're not. That's the difference, Scientology. We're not gone. We're just taking a little break, and then we will be back with some new surprises. I believe the tunnels may have been approved due to the strong smell of poo in the streets. What? From what? I don't know. That doesn't... Where would the poo come from? I don't know. That sounds weird. It's not over. Thank you, Moldology. I agree. Thank you, Sophie and Lovett, for protecting this beautiful soul. Yes, thank you. I mean, thank you both. You've been wonderful. They really have. They really have been great. And all of you have been great. Thank you all for coming here. Far from a failure, very proud of the protesters. Yeah, me too. Me too. And I didn't even do that much. I didn't because I couldn't. But I was really honored to be part of it. I was. Tori, everyone should have a break from protesting after doing 5 days on and week time off. Well, okay, Adrian, we'll see what happens. But I agree with you. I think a break is a good thing. Lil Cat, I agree. I think the protest was a success. They brought attention to the abuses of Scientology. Exactly. All right. Now this is T.L. Moore. In Never In, and my hat's off to all the ex-Scientologists and protesters. Follow them and wow, wish I was younger because I'd be there. Hey, I'm old and I'm there. I just figured they've been so kind to me. That's the other thing. People were so kind to me. It was amazing. It was really amazing to me. I would just pull up and they would come get my chair out and my tripod and, help me set everything up. And if I was walking and I was kind of like, oh, somebody grabbed me. It was really great. They're a really great group of people. They are. So I miss them. So I'll be glad when we're back together. All right. This is how legends are born. No, wait. Okay. This is how legends are born. DOA. All right. Love it. Doesn't Scientology think that helping the homeless is against the equal give and take policy? Yeah. And they see homeless people as downstats, which is, upstat is you're well-dressed, you're making plenty of money, you've got a nice house, nice car. Downstats, they have shitty clothes or no clothes, they have no home. And they don't support downstats. It's like, get it together. And they're not wrong, but it's like in LA, it's really tricky with all this stuff going on. There's a lot of people here and not a lot of jobs. There really aren't. I know they keep saying there's tons of jobs, but boy, I'm telling you, they certainly for elders, there's definitely elder abuse because they won't hire us. It's like, forget it. So anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see. My son and I had a really good talk about that too. All right, Aaron. Idalia of sleep in shifts and away from encampment, very good. Sleep deprivation was a big part of the issues. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I couldn't read that one word, but Aaron was saying, that really for the next one, they should have a thing where people that are running it have a place where they can go and sleep for enough hours so that they are not sleep deprived and not feel guilty that they're leaving people running the thing while they sleep. Do you see what I mean? It should be part of the program. All right, it's You're going to be here for so many hours, then you're going to sleep for so many hours. And that's just the way it needs to be. So, it's in shifts, like Aaron said, that would work. Okay, and this is Adias Aubrey. Now Scientology is using an open mic to recruit artists. God, they're always recruiting artists, but thankfully a lot of artists are onto them. Comment, there's a video of bags of soil being delivered by the big flatbed trucks. What's the explanation about that? I still don't know the whole story. I don't either. I've seen it. I've seen the bags all the way along the street. I thought they were just kind of blocking it so we couldn't take over there, because we're going to get them. We're going to get rid of them here, but maybe they'll come around there. But if we have the bags on there, that's what I think. But I have no idea. We'll see. We'll find out. All right. No way was it a failure. Scientology was scared. Protesters made them get 9-day permits, cover the grass with nets, send the cement truck away, install planters, buy $100,000 of sand, and then some. Thank you, Lord Zeno. Very well put. Very well put. Exactly. So it was a total win. That's what I wanted to have happen, is that everybody get this was a win. It was not a loss. Those projectors that project up to the building, you aren't physically touching the building. So now, sure, that legal thing they could do to try to get it moved. Just simply project. It's a cult. Yeah, right. Yeah, so that's another idea, is that we do stuff like that. And the other thing is, you not only around Scientology buildings, we could put that on other buildings. Scientology is just a cult, right? Or Xenu.net, stuff like that. So that, because these guys were like, they reminded me of me and Drew and those guys when we used to do flash pickets when Anonymous was here, and Anonymous was all programmed, and here's where they're going to be, and this is the time they're going to be there. And we started the flash picketing, where it's just like, let's just go with 6 of us, and we'll go wherever we want to go. And we just show up places, and they'd flip out because they were all organized for Anonymous. They had all their blockades and this and that. And one night they had a theater at the end of L. Ron Hubbard Way showing Tom Cruise videos all night that Anonymous had to watch. It was pathetic. But we did the flash pickets where we just zoom around and go places, and they were like, shit, they're here. It was really fun. Anyway, I like the projector idea. Me too. I do. I was very impressed by it. So we'll see. Nanya, it also showed the close-up connection with CBS and LAPD division. It did. That's right. It really exposed that for the first time, I think, more than ever. And that is very vital. Okay, Hard Healer 44. Love it, and Sophie, you're taking such good care of Tori. What great mods. They are. They really are. I agree. I have to do my heart. Okay, thank you. Reckless Ben used a projector. He projected the word sucks under the Scientology sign. Now that is funny and clever. That is very clever. All right. And here's from the Bikers Taking Down Scientology. Put some facts on the projector, not just a cult. I agree. But not too much. You got to have it be like 1 or 2 lines, because otherwise it's too much and people are driving by and they miss it. You know what I mean? If you have too much. Okay, I say give 25 grandmothers born in 1970 the keys to the occupation. Look out and good luck messing with them. There you go. You said it. All right. And this is Love to Doug. All right. And this is Rather Be in Maui. Everyone is a volunteer, and many protesters have day jobs. They cannot and should not be expected to be out there every day. No, nobody ever did. Nobody did. It's like that. That's why we many of us did take kind of shifts and stuff like that. So that, and some people are doing it full time. So that's their job. Targeting professionals. Is that a religion or a pyramid scheme? Exactly. Thank you very much. Bikers taking down Scientology. Natalie and Tony are just partners. Okay, just seeing them on TV, you can tell that they are each other's person. In my opinion, they are the epitome of soulmates. Me too. And that's what makes it really, really hard, because I think, oh, it's going to be so hard for Natalie. Oh, but anyway, she'll make it through it. And so will Tony. And Tony will be on to some new adventure. All right, question. Is it logical to have tunnels connecting the parking lot and blue? Avoid protesters. Why are they being pinned as child trafficking tunnels? I don't know. I am not up on the tunnels. This happened right at the end. Maybe it happened earlier and they just didn't tell me, but I really wasn't in on the tunnel thing. So that's something I've got to catch up on, or you can listen to other channels and find out, because somebody will know, but I don't know. I'm going to go over there and then I'll find out. I think Doug Kramer's handle should be to put the play cards during protest. His content is amazing and he explains it all in a respectful manner that they may be open to listening to him. Okay. All right, good. Thank you for that. All right. And James says, the universe got you out of there. You were too good for them. Well, thank you for that. Why be normal? That's good. That's good. Thank you for the laugh. Question, could all of that cement be for building a wall instead of tunnels? Ooh, that's a possibility. I mean, who knows? We're going to see, but I know one thing. That's why I'm saying this was not a failure. This was a success, because whatever else they're doing, it's all going to be, look, I promise you, it'll look totally knuckleheady. It'll be like you're at church and you have a wall around you. Why? Or you're building tunnels for what? They haven't realized, I don't think they can face how many people are watching them. I don't think they can. And so they're like, oh, we won. They're all gone. The encampment's gone. We won. We beat them. No, 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 no. Bill Yachty, no, 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 no. Not going to happen. Not now, not ever. Because truth is on our side. It's not on your side. So we can keep telling the truth, because that's what it is. It's the truth. Whereas you guys have to lie about me. She's an undercover CIA agent. That's your church that said that about me. That's not me. That's your church. You have to declare people, suppressive people. So God forbid somebody might learn something about the facts about you. It's like you guys have to lie about us all the time. And that's what's going to do you in, not us. You're going to do you in. And we're just going to be here on the sidelines, cheering you on. There you go. All right. Maria, it was a total success, and try to get DOA back and get him a little love from Scandinavia, Viking in Sweden, Slava, Ukraine. Wow, cool. I don't want to get him back here yet. I don't. He'll get right back into it. And I think he really needs to take some time and rest. So I want him to take at least 5 days and take some time and chill out and rest and eat and, just let things unfold and then come back, but I don't want him to come back right away. I don't. I don't think it's healthy for him. But thank you for caring about him. Watch out, Scientology. Tori has mastered live stream. Be very afraid. And just so you know, we gray power people worldwide are watching you, and we have time to witness any fair game. Many also have money. Hi, Osa. Really good. I love that. Hi, Tassie. Good. Thank you for saying that. I don't know if I've mastered it, but I'm getting there. And you guys have been very kind and patient with me. And I appreciate that. So we're getting there. A huge win. That's right. It is. It really is a huge win. All right. Pup Groomer 20 has designed tons of protest signs and cards. All right. She has them on her community page and lets anybody download them and print them for free. Perfect. Okay. Let me just write that down so I don't forget it. Pup Groomer. Okay. Sorry, but I have to write that down or I won't remember it. Pup Groomer. What was the number? 20. See, I already forgot it. I'm so bad with that kind of thing. But at least I write it down and then I can check it out. And it's under a community page. All right, good. Really good. Great to know. Thank you. Thank you, Kim, for letting us know that. Witness. Right on, Tori. Thank you, Witness. I know it's kind of fun to celebrate the win instead of people going into all this like, oh, whatever. Tori for the win. That's right. All right, caught alive. All right, watching from London. Excellent. Well, hello to London. I feel so much for Laura to finally meet someone who is willing to fight her fight alongside her, only to have it turn into such a shit show. She's been through enough pain in her life. Strong women. I don't see it as a shit show. I really don't. I don't. Not at all. It's gonna all come around. It's fine. It's like there's that's gonna happen in this kind of thing. Tinker Mom, it's just gonna happen. Laura is a very strong woman and she's gonna be fine. And she did a lot of great stuff. Did you see all of the chalk that she put out at the end? I thought, good for her, man. I mean, the entire street she had chalked with messages. It was fantastic. And that's a strong woman. She'll come out of it fine. I don't think it was a shit show. I don't. It got a little messy towards the end, but that's anything ending up like that is going to end that way. But here we are. You know what I mean? And we're okay. And it's going to be everybody I know. I've talked to almost everybody. I haven't talked to everybody. I've talked to a lot of people. And we're going to all be okay. It's going to be good. And it was good. And it still is going to continue to be good. If you'd like to support Tori, thank you, Sophie. Here's the links. And it's also under Tori Magoo 44. It goes for more links. If those links don't work, then it's there under that. It was funny, Scientology were using the fake event to plant planters. I know, isn't it? It's just so weird. They're so weird. Good morning from South Africa. All right, Caroline. Nice. Very nice. Okay, and this is Tazzy. Keep people out, first action. Get kids out, first action. Get elderly proper care, first action. We can walk and chew gum, Tori. All right. There you go. You said it. All right. Save the elderly. I'm for that. Everyone, please go smash that like button. Yeah, that's right. Ooh, look, we have 414 people here tonight. Wow. Yes, Tori was alone out there. I was. She was so brave. Thank you, Witness. Were you around during that time? I don't know if you were, but I hope I get to meet you sometime. And maybe I have met you, and I just don't. We need to sit down and have lunch. Or I don't know if you live in my area. If you're in my area, let's get together. But thank you. Yeah, I've been around for a while. I have. You're very brave, Tori. Thank you, Scorpio 8763. All right. Yep. It takes a little bit of guts, but you know what? Once you do it and you keep doing it, you're okay. You go, I can do this. Good luck to Streets and Nancy Drew, Tom, and anyone else facing courts because of COS's dirty tricks. Yeah, Jay has something coming. Streets does. I think there's a few people. Yeah, it's unfortunate. In Streets, they really dragged out. It's like a 3-day thing, and it still isn't going to end until I think the 7th or the 17th or something. I don't know. It's like next couple of weeks from now. All right. Love and prayers to Tony and Natalie. Totally. Thank you, Sophie. We all feel that one for sure. Hi, Tori. Joined late, watching from the start. Just wanted to say hi. Thank you, Lottie's lore. Okay, cool. Yeah, enjoy it. People are still protesting all over the place, though. Of course. I mean, it's not, the protesting has been going on forever. So it's going to continue. Access to your wisdom is priceless. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. All right. Love you, Tori. Flies on shit. DOA is an activist, but this is Scientology he took on. It's coordinated and toxic. It's new to his experience. It's true. That's why I want him to take a break, because they are black PRing him and they are third partying him. And I want everybody to, just either send him love and thanks or say nothing. That's it. All they want is for everybody to start piling on, and he's this and he's that, and he screwed up here and there. No, the guy pulled off an amazing thing, and all of us did. Everybody that was there, it was fantastic. Ooh, look at this from Greece. All right. Hi, Maria. Wow, enjoy Greece. That sounds wonderful. I love the hat. Good to see you again. Best wishes from the UK. Thank you, Howard. I love it too. I really do. It's kind of a fun hat. Good morning from Liverpool. Wow, that's cool. All right, look, stoop. All right. And here's bikers taking down Scientology. Pound Rip Doug. Okay. I don't know who Doug is. I don't know who you're referring to. You've mentioned his name a couple of times. He must be a friend of yours. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Eddie. Off to the next adventure is relevant on so many levels. Yeah, it is. All right. Bikers, it would be awesome to see bikers out there helping the protest against child trafficking. Yeah, I think you got to get a bunch of guys and get them so they come. That would be really cool. You can send me a message, send me best thing is if you're on Facebook, a private message or a text message, and just let me know when. I don't know if I forget if you're in this area or not, but if you are, that would be cool. Good morning from Portugal, Tori. Catching up here. Cool. Enjoy Portugal. That's wonderful. Looking cool. Loving the hat. Will out X. All right. Will out X. Okay. All right, Tori, you're the coolest CIA agent around. I know. Isn't it true? I know. Isn't that the funniest thing in the world? I mean, what a bunch of knuckleheads. For me to say, be careful with them. They're liars. They lie about me all the time. And this guy was ready to give him $5,000. And they say she's an undercover CIA agent. Watch out for her. And I called him. And he looked white as a sheet. He came out. And I said, what happened? And he said, well, let me show you my personality test. And he put it up, and it was up and down and up and down. And he said, they say I'm crazy. And I say, they say everyone's crazy. That's part of their drill. Don't worry about it. So he went home, and I called him the next day. And that's when I said, what did they say, by the way, about me? And he said, you're an undercover CIA agent. I thought, okay. We both laughed. I mean, it was really funny. He said, I was going to give him $5,000, but not after that. Lovett and Sophie are fantastic mods. They are. They are. I'm so happy that they're helping me. And give Tori her money back. That's right. Give me my $1 million back. Nice hat. Thank you. All right. And this is from Carolyn. Trust the process. It will all work out. Exactly. Yeah, it is working out. It's working out fine. There are hills and valleys like waves of the ocean, ups and downs. That's what I was just saying. It's like be like a river or the ocean, where stuff happens, but you just flow with it. I'll tell you a fun story. I tell you the story about me in the canoe? I went with the kids. My son was in school, and we went with Doug Hogg and a bunch of kids to go to this river to go canoeing. And it was sort of nothing. And the kids all said, "Oh, we want more. We want something rougher than this." And they said, "Well, just go up the river." So we drive up the river, and Doug says to me, "I just did canoeing lessons. I just did less. I'm trained in it. So you come with me, Tori." And so I say, "Okay." So I get in the canoe, and the kids all are in like these little round rubber things, and we go over. I mean, I kid not you not. It was like Niagara Falls. We start going, and all of a sudden we go over. The canoe snaps in half, just like bam, and it flies me out into the water. And that's why I say you gotta get used to being in water like that. Because I'm in the water now and I'm hitting on rocks and things like that. And I think, okay, get it together, Tori. That's always my thing, like get it together. And so I got like just slivered up like a stick, right? And I just shot down the river like super fast. Nothing hit me, nothing. I just went right down the river and got out. But it was like it was a lesson for me in how to get through something like that. It was really wild. Anyway, all right. Let's see. So thank you, witness. That's a good point. Yeah, Osatori is still waiting for her refund. As per LRH policy, she's not the only one who is owed, and that's why they're not going to pay us because they owe millions, if not billions. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, this is from Witness. Tori, I emailed you about whale watching in San Diego. Okay, I will. Does it say Witness? Because if it doesn't say Witness, you have to let me know what I should look for, or just put YT like YouTube, and then I'll know to look for it. But I'll check it. Tinker Mom. All right, Tori. Yes, I agree. It's not over. Shit show was an emotional adjective to use. I just don't want Laura to hurt so much anymore. She deserves happiness in abundance. She is the reason I tried to help. Aw, well, that's nice to know. Well, I think it's all going to be good for her because he has realized he really is in love with her, and he said it. He's verbalized it. So that's good because when I first met him, I could tell she was in love with him, but I couldn't tell if he was in love with her. I thought he was, but I wasn't sure. And now he's saying it. So he said he's from his heart, he's in love with her, but from his mind, he doesn't know what to do. So we'll see. It's like I said, follow your heart. It's the best thing to do. So we'll see. But I think she'll be fine. But thank you for explaining that. Rather be in Maui. Wonderful conversation tonight, Tori. Have a great sleep. Thanks to Sophie and love it. Yes, thank you so much, each of you, for helping me. And here's Grandma Matilda. All right. Good morning from Florida. My sympathies to you. I was in Florida for a long time, so not my favorite state. It's too hot. I left Chicago because of the humidity, and it's very humid there. Here's Acer211. The viewers are referring to Doug Kramer. Oh, okay, who passed away last year. Oh, okay, so rest in peace, Doug Kramer. Okay, good. I gotcha. I thought you meant, because sometimes people put their friends' names in like that with the pound or with the hashtag sign. I always call it a pound sign. And people go, it's not a pound sign, it's a hashtag sign. Anyway, I'm getting there. Anyway, thank you for letting me know that. Thank you so much, Tori. Thank you, Sophie, and love it. Good night, everyone. Good night, Kimberly. Sleep tight. And Dawn, Tori, unfortunately, I'm in Rhode Island, but I know here bikers go to court to support children who went through SA. Makes a kid feel safe and protected. Ah, love you, Tori. Thank you, Dawn. That's wonderful. That's good. Well, that's good to know. Okay, two of my favorite mods. Love how they protect Tori. Me too. They're really, really good. We're a good team. All right. I made an edit to Doug and Tori together. Oh, nice. Can you send that to me, Sophie? Because I can't copy it off of this. Cricket Cinema. Ah, I love that name. Hi, Tori. Love ya. Hi. All right. And this is Acer211. I remember Doug saying that he cried in Tori's arms on one of the videos after meeting her at a speech event. I remember it. I miss him so much. And, we had it set up where I was going to do a interview with him like the next week. And then he passed away. So it was like, oh. But he's a wonderful guy. I'm glad that you can go on YouTube and see some of his videos. And that's always great. I'll email you again. My name is Whitney. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Thank you for letting me know that. I wouldn't have known that. Okay, good to know. Nice name. Okay, Dan S. We need a Hollywood blockbuster movie, The Magnificent Magoo. You kook. Okay, it's 12 a.m. here. Have to do something, so good night to US. Good night, Maria. Thank you for coming by. And great night with y'all. Mods are amazing. My favorite channel, Tori. You're always so real. You always make the bad stuff feel better. Thank you. Love you so much. You are so welcome. And thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it. So I think that's everything. Is it or not? Now let me just look. Sophie's got the thing you're going to send to me to Doug. Oh, I see. There is more. Ooh. No, I think we're almost done. Okay, so there's only 3. Good night to you all. Ooh, what happened? Here we go. From Kaylee. Good night, y'all. Mods are amazing. My favorite channel. You're always so real. Okay, we read that. And this one, much love from Sweden. Always learn so much more as a never end, but always caring. Good. Thank you for coming. You guys are very important. Many thanks to the mods today. Much appreciated. I feel the same. Thank you so much. And Bikers Taking Down the Scientology. She is the Henrietta Lang of the real world. If you know, you know. She's wonderful. All right. Okay. Ooh. Sam here in Florida. Good morning. I'll be going to the beginning to watch. All right. Enjoy it. Okay, you guys. I think that's it. I love you. Thank you for coming by. And everyone have a wonderful, well, I guess now we're into the week because this has been the weekend. So now we're into the week, but have a wonderful week and just do things that you like, just, and if you talk to people, if anybody feels bad about it, send them this video and just share it with them. Say, I want you to watch this video, so they get it, because there's really a good side to this. Good night, all you people. Have a great day to our friends elsewhere. And our love and our prayers to Tony. It's really hard not to cry. Anyway, I love you, and to Natalie. And thank you to my moderators so much for helping this go on. All right. Good night. I gotta end the stream. All right. I will see you cats later. All right.